Hello, everyone, and welcome to this month's KWCC. I am your host, Kaiju X, and here with me today, in this immediate moment, join Birdman, Greyshot, Nagoda, kinda, and Alex, everyone's favorite trashy verifier. Oh, we got another, Joe's coming in too, from the east.
Hello there.
Weast?
Yes, Weast. Yeah, that's why I meant to say.
Or your regional
East.
equivalent, yes.
I thought you meant we.
That's West, Patrick. You're fired again. But today is being held like we're going to be posting this earlier in the month, and recording earlier in the month because we have the I guess the first thing. Greyshot, what do you want to do? Do you want to do the results first, or do you want to do any KWC? Oh, I don't think there have been any new KWCs lately.
We have one KWC and one KWCE.
Yes.
That's right.
The KWC is the Bay Game match, and
that's right.
KWCE
He was
yeah.
Gargorgon
versus Legendary versus Skullcrawler.
And I have some words for the both of them.
Okay.
Let's start with the KWC first, then.
Okay, yeah, KWC. All right, fine by me. So the first thing we have is match 218: Anguirus Baragon Varon versus Baggin, written by Kenneth James and with I'll say, great banner by Nagoda here. Holy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's really good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I love like that banner.
Yeah, there's a lot of nice effects in regards to the buildings, especially the background, the one that's just like fractured and almost it looks like glassified, like it's been it burned but turned to glass.
Yeah,
which I think is
the one to the right. Yeah.
Yeah.
There are a lot of nice layering effects going on too. Like I very much love the side to the left with Varon. It's like you have Varon, then you got the building with the hole in it, and you still see more of Varon through the hole. Yep. Fantastic attention to detail. Like.
I really like how it looks like Baggin is melting Baragon.
Oh, right.
Mm-hmm.
I think
even though from what Nagoda said that was an unintentional thing.
Yeah, that was a mistake.
Still looks really good though.
Spoilers.
Sorry, I actually have details in regards to the breath. In regards to originally it was blue, but then I realized Baggin fires a White Hawk breath.
Well, no,
so he's oh.
Right. In context of the KWCs always utilize the white breath for bagging for some strange, inexplicable reason. But the canonical official bagging design does use a blue breath, so it wouldn't have been wrong.
Yeah.
Well, going for the match, so that's that's why the effect is like that, and essentially it's like. I would assume it's going to be... It kind of has a nice different effect because it almost looks like it's exploding, but it's so hot it's invisible. Because I know flames can burn that hot. So.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I still like the effect. And Guer's going after the tail. Very nice indeed.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Well. Mm-hmm. But, this match in itself is an older one. This one I originally got from Titano way back when I first started as the KWC
controller.
Or controller, yes. Of the KWC.
Man, Greyshot, even you don't know your KWC lore.
Listen, I forget the ranks I give myself. I forget all the promotions I give.
Operations manager, even.
Listen. Right now, I'm super kami, super kami, ultra mega.
Did you just say you're a communist?
No, kami. It means God.
You heard it first, kids. Greyshot's a communist. He can't be trusted.
That sounds very tasteful.
I actually know of someone, a friend of mine, who is super into communism and Catholicism, and thought that. But no,
is it you?
No, it was not me. Actually, for his
Greyshot's gonna make everyone say our KWC, not my.
Hey, for his birthday, or I think it was maybe graduation present. I got a Mao Zedong's Book of Thought.
Communist.
But no, yeah. This match is an older one. It is still a good one though, and we haven't had a Kenneth James match in a long time, and that's
Yep.
Yeah, so it was nice. It was nice to see one of his matches, and this one was very nice play on of the what if could have been of the original GMK draft.
Oh, right. Right,
But still stick to the rules and not making them the Yamato Guardians.
All right. Granted, with the information yielded with the Proto GMK, how different things would have been. This is still, once again, I think if you know the whole Anguirus, Baragon, Varan team up, you know what's an homage to. And I think it's a fair homage, a nice team up between three monsters. And hey, in a surprise, Baggin lost in a way that I feel is like it doesn't rely on ultra powered Baggin for this one.
Yeah.
So it's like I am really happy that it's just like, oh yeah, it's just these three fighting Baggin, just treating him as another monster. It always makes me happy when Baggin's treated without the friggin' pedestal that raises him so high up in the air that you can't see him anymore. Like, I'm really happy with matches like those that just treat him as a strong monster, but still, still gives room for these guys to win, even though they could very easily lose.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think people do put him on a pedestal. They're like, oh my god, he's the One Punch Man of the Kaiju verse. It's like, no, he's not. He's powerful, but he's not God, and he's not like omnipotent. He can't be killed, and Anguirus, and how spoilers, how he is finished off is still very much works with a normal monster. Like we've seen this. Like even though like we go to Godzilla technically is a monster that on paper should pretty much be invulnerable. Atomic breath, nuclear pulse. He's been beaten by literally two moths dropping him into the water and putting a seal on him, or
a giant gorilla,
or a giant gorilla, or Mothra. It's like there are plenty of monsters that on paper shouldn't be able to beat him, but do. So.
But have.
What a nerd!
I mean, it is in my job.
So, yeah, this is.
Anyone else have overall thoughts on the match, or maybe how it went? I will also say I did like how a certain monster does come back. I was like, I felt bad for Baragon, but it was, still it was a nice little comeback to assist with Anguirus.
Anguirus.
Right, yeah, Anguirus. Yeah,
Good guy, Anguirus.
Yeah, good guy Anguirus indeed. He won this match because of his good guy points. Anyway.
Guess I'll go next.
If you want to.
I thought it was okay. Like the fight was decent. I don't remember Baron at all, to be honest.
So, like, it destroy all monsters then.
Didn't really seem to have a lot of impact on this match. Yeah, I thought the stuff with Anguirus and Baragon was good. I do kind of find it weird how it only mentions that Anguirus will get a triumphant welcome, like they're going to celebrate him as a hero, but they're not going to mourn Baron and Baragon, considering they all share an island and they kind of share the same goal and would kind of be friends. It's like, those two are dead. I don't give a fuck. Hooray for Anguirus!
Our hero, ladies and gentlemen.
Our hero, everyone.
Forget about those other two fucks. He's the only one who matters.
Well, they only had like 2 seconds of screen time.
Yeah.
And destroy all monsters. They're not important.
True. Well, I guess that's why I forgot Farron was in this match. But yeah, it was just okay.
Mm. Alright.
Could have been better, but like I said, it wasn't bad.
Yeah.
Birdman, did you have any additional thoughts to add on for 218?
No.
Oh.
Okay, 2 notes. Side question real quick. A, GVG, are you dying? And 2, was that a cat?
No,
Well, no and
There's-
no.
Yeah, there's no cat.
I heard a meow. I go to the tape. I just heard a meow.
I know it must be going to see now, Greyshot, not you.
Great
Yeah,
I
shot.
heard something too.
Yeah, I could assure you there's no cat in here.
Yeah, I don't think Alex is going to get any pussy anytime soon.
And I just made my voice different, going, no.
Okay, so that was you.
That was it.
Alright.
I think, see, it's the communism that's getting to Greyshot.
All right, so since that was clearly Alex that said no, Birdman, did you have anything else to say for 218? Or
My thoughts basically is the same as Alex's. It's an interesting idea, but goes nowhere with it.
Hooray, we agree on something.
Baggy, not the strongest. This isn't part of my canon. Types Birdman the free Discord chat. Joe, did you have any thoughts to add on, or?
No.
Okay. Gosh darn.
Oh.
All right, Joe, did you have anything to say, or?
I personally thought it was alright. I agree with everyone. It could have been better, and like while reading it, I couldn't really see any way that Angus or Baragon could win. Like as soon as Baron got killed, I didn't know how they would beat Bagan, and the way Angus did was rather surprising, and I kind of like that. I think it could have benefited from being longer, though. Even though it was at a good length for me to read in the morning before I go to work, I do think it could have been longer. So, so at least there could be more stuff going on. Like Varen would do more because Varen's just kind of there. He doesn't really do much.
All right. I mean, that sounds about fair. So, once again, Braun gets shafted in the Godzilla project. I'm just kidding. I mean, that is simply part of it is just, older match. They just tend to be very much the fight sequence for the most part. Mm-hmm. And yeah, it's like it could have been longer only in the sense that Varan could have had more time. Like, other than that, though, I don't see too much else that you could really elaborate on with Anguirus and Baragon, but Varan, I think that if it should be longer, it should be for Varan's sake. So.
Yeah.
But I could also understand, like, Varan is a pretty simple monster. It's like, yeah, Anguirus has the carapace and the rolling ball ability, freaking Baragon.
And the personality.
Yeah. Baragon's able to burrow and fire a heat ray. Varan really only has gliding in his claws. He doesn't have too much to him, so.
Hey, Baron is unbelievable, thank you.
You're right.
He's also underappreciated.
Greyshot's just saying that because Varen is also a communist.
Secretly communist. Next time on the KWC. But yeah,
I do.
Why do you think Varen's is not in a lot of films? He was caught pretty on. The Kaiju caught him for being a communist.
That's why he was smaller in the next movie in Destroy Monsters. It's not him. He was removed and replaced.
Yeah.
Varen was blacklisted from the film industry.
Well, why do you think they removed him from GMK, huh? He was blacklisted for being a communist.
You guys are making new head candidates for Kaiju. I hate them.
But yeah, let's see. Nagoda isn't readily available at the moment, so we'll ask him when he comes on. In the meantime, I guess we'll just...
Greyshot's interrogating Nagoda.
Kaiju war communism, of course. Well, wait. Kaiju war communism. Doesn't that imply the war against communism, or what?
Well, technically, it puts on glasses. Communism and socialism are two completely different, types of ideologies. Well, they're in the same ideology, but different aspects. Very much like a totalitarian...
Oh my gosh,
compared to a democratic republic or democratic socialist republic. No, okay. Jokes aside, I've actually had myself muted so I could assemble the so I can pull up the top list, and I have it. If you guys want to jump over to that,
we still have to go over
KWC.
Wait, what?
I figured we stick.
Proof Greyshot doesn't care about the KWCE.
I thought we were going to the KWC topics first. But okay,
we're talking about the matches first.
Yeah, matches first.
Gotcha.
Matches first, then just KWC.
So what's going on right now?
Oh, Nagoda's here.
Nagoda, go back to the torture chamber right now.
Don't do it, Nagoda. He's trying to convert you to communism.
Probably to comrade.
I'm sorry, this is too great. Nagoda, what'd you think of match 218 real quick?
Well, I got through half of it, and then I had to go plant a tree outside, so, yeah.
Okay.
He's planting the tree of capitalism.
And from it will sprout a great oak.
Yeah, my parents planted a pile of dirt in the garden.
Alright, but yeah, well, at least from what you read, what do you think of 218?
It was pretty fun.
Oh, God.
One thing I liked was how basically Baragon just jumped in out of nowhere and just started biting Baggin. And Baggin was just thinking, what is this thing doing? Why is it attacking me? Expect that to go up so fast.
Oh, well, I mean, you've been... Yeah, well, technically you sent the banner to me a long time ago, but I realized, there's a few changes that need to be done. Oh.
Yeah.
Had those tweaks and bam!
Mm-hmm. Right, so...
Oh god, now I'm fucking imagining those those Russian anthem memes where me, GBZ, Kaiju X, and Nagoda would be all like the ally countries, and then we're being surrounded by the Axis powers, and then Greyshot comes in with the Russian national anthem.
Listen. If you guys want to see the destruction of communism, go to Greyshot Productions and check out our Super Soviet playthrough, where we fight a Super Soviet Russia.
That's just Greyshot's excuse for saying he's weeding out the weak.
Actually, we are getting destroyed. We were playing a game. I was Finland, my brother was Poland, we have a guy is Romania, one guy is Persia, one guy is Japan. And wow, the Russians can kick a lot of ass. We were like, we can fight them on all fronts. And like, nope, they're fighting on us on all fronts and winning.
Jeez, that's crazy.
No.
Oh.
Before banner.
Yeah.
I can if it's that might have been the wrong kind of blue to use for bagging, so I'm happier with the
I think the white beam's better.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like bagging's being blue in the video game, but it's more like a white. It's like Godzilla's, a white center with the blue outline. So
I'm sorry, I can't hear you. The sound of Greyshot doing the right thing.
It looks very cool.
It's almost like I was right.
No, I think Nagoda had a change of heart last minute, and he said, you know what? I'm going to change it to a white beam Greyshot. Blue beam's not good. I think that's what Nagoda said.
Nope.
But with all that said, let's hop on over to the
You know why? Because blue is on the communist flag.
Gosh darn it. But in the meantime, let's hop on over to the newest KWCE for the month, or whatever. GojiraGuy versus Skullcrawler versus Godzilla Monsterverse, or Godzilla...
AKA a misleading title.
Yeah, it would have been even more misleading, but we'll get into details for that in a little bit. Well, first off, I will say this match brings in a new author for the KWCE, Koopzilla 1999, or as you may see some of the comments in these videos, Bowser 4015 is the writer for this match.
Oh.
So.
A fan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a legitimate fan, and the same fan who brought
It's
us...
our number one fan.
Right. Literally our number one fan who presented us fan art, Kumasu Kamagidon. So kudos to him for being one of the first few matches of the year. I originally wanted this to be the first match of the year, but then I was like, kind of got, like, with Harley as the official KWCE editor... I passed Godzilla Rayquaza versus Monster X to her, and then she just brought it back to me. It's like, oh, okay, all right. So, but with that said, is there anyone here that's read Match 14?
Oh yeah.
I haven't.
I
haven't.
I mean, I have.
All right.
Wait, Greyshot read at KWCE?
What is this?
Shocking.
It was a good point.
Very cool.
Greyshot, why don't you tell us about it?
Well, other than the fact that I like the fact that this is basically a water battle between Godzilla, but the funny fact of the matter is, I have no idea what the hell this thing is. That was my biggest problem. So I kind of just glanced at the monster. I'm like, well, that's a weird looking thing. And then during the fight, when all these powers kept being pulled out of its ass, I'm just like, I'm sorry, what? It just, okay, I can teleport, guys. And it just teleports to, okay, Kong's in here. Okay, that's, and it's shooting lightning. That makes,
Which one are you talking about?
Gorgon versus, Skullcrawler versus Godzilla.
Yeah,
Hey, Greyshot, you don't need to
Very
yell.
Oh, sorry, I didn't
Very
realize I was
cool.
yelling. It was just like, what? I literally, as I was reading this, I'm like, I should really look at what this thing can do. Looked up, and I was like, wow, that thing is still ugly. And looked at its powers, and I'm just like, okay. It's like two of these things are like the other, one is not. Which one is it? So, for me, this was, and I do like the fact that the ending with Kong, but for me, it was just kind of, it almost felt like kind of the monster was mismatched. That makes any sense? Like, I couldn't see, I didn't see Godzilla and the Skullcrawlers working with this creature that just feels like kind of a little too overpowered for the world that it is in.
It's a little bit more, this match over, in terms of its structure, it's a little bit more like Match 89, Zone Fighter versus Godzilla and Monster X. It's a little bit more like that, where it's like, technically they're two different fights. One of them barely...
Which works because it's like, once it moves, it's like, oh, that's how they're connected, and it's kind of looped back in the end with Kong and Godzilla, and I do like the fact that this was a water-based battle for one, but yeah, it's
part way in for the GojiraGuy versus Godzilla segment of the story. Yeah, water battle's nice, even if it is very brief. So.
Yeah.
But I will say, I do like the backstory that was laid in for GojiraGuy in this one, so...
Yeah, it's. I like that aspect, and the Skullcrawlers did put in more of a challenge than I would have guessed, and in fact, they were most of the battle. But yeah, it just kind of felt like it didn't mesh. The structure worked, but the actual monsters, I don't think, meshed as well as the others did.
Right.
But that's just me. I don't know. Who else read this?
I did.
Okay, GVJ, thoughts?
Well, it was something. But, yeah, this... Godzilla's involvement was
Very
almost
minimal.
as bad as Baragon's
Match
involvement
56.
in Match 56.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a very...
Godzilla was hardly in this. I can't even consider him a combatant.
Right.
Because of how short it was. Hell, I remember how I got some matches that involved Kaiju who were actual combatants but were barely in it, telling them, hey, you need to put a little more stuff in put a little bit more fight into them so they're actually can be considered combatants. And this is exactly what I got before. Because all of Godzilla's involvement was 2 paragraphs,
Mm-hmm.
And why did God? I shouldn't spoil this, should I? Or does anyone care?
I don't think anyone cares. You can go ahead and say it. So.
Okay. Why did Godzilla lose? If anything, Gorgon or whatever fled.
Right.
He's chasing after it.
Right. That was a little iffy because I know it's a little weird because the original did say, like, the original thing. This is actually one of the few times where I myself actually went in and changed the winner for this one. The original winner was Godzilla Monsterverse Legendary, but I didn't feel like, yeah, granted, with the amount minimal of Godzilla that was in here, it's like I easily could have probably just cut him or just could have said, oh, hey, here's a brief prologue bit where Gargogon runs away from Legendary Godzilla, and then he'd be safe for the sequel. But I kind of want to at least adhere to the title. Like, you know, all the monsters within the title I want to keep, because that's clearly the original author's intent, and, you know, I didn't want to remove anyone. But I will say, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I get that, but here's the thing, though. It could have been fine with just Gorgon versus Skullcrawlers.
Oh, yeah, totally. Yeah, don't get me wrong, I wholly agree. Like, structure-wise, the fight is mostly focused on Gargogon and the Skullcrawlers. And in some respects, it probably should have been Gargogon versus Skullcrawler with just a 2014 prologue. Like, a prologue with Godzilla 2014.
I mean, not trying to sound mean or anything, but did the two of you at least talk about it?
It was a
14.
bit... Oh, right. It's... By the time I got through editing this, and by the time I got done with it, and I will admit it, I may have been a little fast on it. It was like, I couldn't get in... I wanted... Like, I have a set schedule, like, for all the KWCEs for the year. Like, I have a set schedule for when things are going to come out and whatnot. And I want to try and adhere to that. So, unfortunately, by the time I finished editing it, or by the time I sent the note over to Bowser 4015, Coopzilla 1999, it was a bit late. So it was like, I really should have discussed with them more on that. But even then, hopefully, like, you know, any criticism given, I think he will try to improve and whatnot. So I'm really happy about that.
Well, this was his first match, so...
I mean, the rest of the match wasn't too bad. That's just my main problem.
Right, it's just Godzilla's involvement in the story being so minimal, yeah.
Yeah, other than that, it was pretty good.
Oh, right. Yeah, I ultimately, because of the way the story was structured, yeah, I know by KWC logic, running away means you're giving the other guy the win, but I don't feel like... Yeah, granted, Godzilla's loss might have not have been earned, but Godzilla's victory would have even been less earned, if that made sense. Or if that makes sense. So, I just kind of threw it... I kind of added just a little bit where Gargogon spits lightning at Godzilla, knocking him away. And then, you know, then she retreats.
Here's a counter-argument. Godzilla's involvement in this match wasn't earned.
Yeah, you're not even wrong, sadly. You're not even wrong. Which is rather unfortunate. But that said, there is a decent... Like, narrative, if this does continue with another story, it still works. I think it'll still work narratively. But as a match...
Yeah, and again, it works, and again, it comes back in the very end, which is nice.
Right. It's like, yeah, I think at some parts, it's like, I wouldn't want to say remove the Godzilla segment, since it's clearly building to a larger event. But I will say, it probably would have been for the better had Godzilla Monsterverse technically not been in this match at all. So... And then just kept it to Gargogon versus Skullcrawler. So I was like, yeah, I see what they were going for. And heck, even the original version was meant to be Gargogon versus Skullcrawler and Godzilla Monsterverse, which, as I said, even more misleading. But
I actually think that would have worked out a little bit. Oh, maybe it would have been better if it was the title would have been different if it was Godzilla Monsterverse versus Gargogon versus Skullcrawlers.
I guess.
Because in that case, then wait, I'm just making sure I'm not. For the title. Yeah, I think that would have been a better title because it also would have reflected the Zone Fighter match. Because I think that one was Godzilla versus Zone Fighter versus Monster X. If I'm not mistaken.
No. It was Zone Fighter versus Godzilla and Monster X.
That title doesn't make sense either. Because Godzilla and Monster X aren't on a team.
Right.
But he does verse both of them.
Right. They just both fight Zone
Yeah, just
Fighter,
because he fights both. Again, just because they fight Zone Fighter doesn't mean they're on the same team, though.
Right.
It'd be like saying if I punched Greyshot, Greyshot got pissed off, Kaiju X then decided to punch Greyshot for no reason. That doesn't mean me and Kaiju X are necessarily on the team. We're just punching Greyshot because we feel like it.
Listen, guys. I'll go. I have a meeting this week with a few lawyers. I'll go speak to them. I'll work out I'll work out the details. The final points. Also, my civil suit against GBJ.
Yeah, Greyshot, they're not gonna side with you when you're a communist.
Listen, I'm already fighting an uphill battle against these lawyers, so
But yeah, overall, yeah, it is. Yeah, but besides the whole Godzilla confusion, I will say the rest of the match, once it gets to the Skull Island with the Skull Crawlers, I think you do have a nice, solid match. And for a first KWC, I think it is overall pretty solid. So yeah, it's like, yeah, once you, and then, like I said, the epilogue with Godzilla going to Skull Island and Kong noticing Godzilla. Once again, great build-up. That's great build-up. I just feel like, in hindsight, whether it should have been me that should have taken, like, the action or whatever, I don't know, but really, Godzilla, as far as being a combatant in this match, I don't think was needed. But otherwise, though, it does serve as a nice narrative prologue to things that are to come. So, at the very least, Godzilla's appearance to Skull Island doesn't feel completely out of nowhere. It at least feels like, we saw him
that's
earlier.
the only bad thing about the match is Godzilla's involvement.
Right. It's not Godzilla being in the story is bad. It's just
no, not that bad. It's just misleading stuff.
Oh, right. It's just a little misleading having Godzilla labeled in the match what he technically shouldn't have been. Yeah. But yeah, like I said, this is an overall decent match. But I will say it might require some familiarity with GojiraGuy, and I will.
What the hell is he from anyway?
She is from, I think, one of the newer Ultraman shows. But I'll be 1,000% honest and say I don't know her as well as I think I should. I'm going to need to look.
She's from Ultraman X.
Yeah, Ultraman X.
And that's the thing. That was my main issue with the matches. I didn't know this, so when powers started being used, and it didn't mesh with the monsters that it was fighting as well. And that's the thing. I think one of the faults with the KWC is you really have to. I mean, yeah, some matches can be hilarious, or in how they use the characters fighting each other, like some people have used them, and some people have done very well. For instance, in like the number 8, in regards like match monsters that have a general theme around them. This one kind of feels like two left side characters that were put together, and I don't think they fed off each other as well as they could have been. Not to say the fight was bad. I just don't think the interaction between the two were. For instance, another instance would be the Gamera versus Orochi. Those two monsters, no relation to each other whatsoever, but they have general themes and personalities that can play off each other based on what their purpose was, being a guardian creature. These, it's really just awakened one-eyed creature with powers versus underground serpents, and especially with Godzilla thrown in there to kind of throw it on. Okay, these are realistic-esque monsters. Like it's like giant creatures, like with the MonsterVerse. It doesn't. It just doesn't.
It's the tonal contrast between the more extravagant, over-the-top designs of Ultraman clashing with the more realistic, legendary MonsterVerse stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah, and going back to Match 8, that one works really well because you could actually imagine it being a 50s monster movie.
50s, 60s,
because of all the combatants. Yeah. You could even imagine it being black and white. That's why that match works really well.
Right. I mean, once again, the KWC has the benefit of a lot of the monsters being tied to, the KWC has the benefit of having a lot of the monsters being tied to the same series, and even if there are other monsters that are outside the series, they have just something in there that just fits with the tone of Toho.
Or hell, Match 9. Rampage and Attack on Titan, sure, they may be similar, but tonally, they're kind of different.
Oh yeah,
but yet, that works.
Yeah, KWCE Match 9, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that puts a much greater emphasis on trying to meld the Rampage characters with the Attack on Titan universe, and that's why that works. Yeah,
because there's a backstory to it.
There's a backstory.
There's lore.
Right. There's a backstory supplied that gives emphasis to the lore. Match 14, I think also Match 14 does supply some interesting bit of like backstory too, with Gargogon's case of her arriving to Earth, fighting Ghidorah, and then Ghidorah being locked up in ice. It's like, that's neat, but I think part of the problem is we have no. It's not on fault of the writer, I feel, but it's just more of we don't know how Ghidorah functions in the legendary Monsterverse yet. And for a match that's set in the Monsterverse, Gargogon just feels out of place.
Exactly.
So,
here, does anyone have any final thoughts then on the KWCE number 14?
Yes.
But
Ew.
Oh, that thing does not look better.
Oh no, she is hideous, and I love it.
Ew.
Where is coming from the shoulders? Look at that.
It is possible that Garo Gorgon is inspired by King Ghidorah from the Godzilla movies. Both have 3 heads and 2 tails. Wow!
wow.
Yeah, and the other heads are definitely from Biollante, the fact they have no eyes. But in any case, do you guys want to head over to the KWC Awards?
Sure.
I think if everyone said their thoughts for match 14 at the KWCE, then absolutely.
Okay, awesome. So, for the KWC Awards, this year we had a ton of great matches, ranging from Godzilla vs. Bagan, 190, all the way up to 216, with Godzilla versus Mothra versus King Ghidorah, or Grand King Ghidorah versus Mechagodzilla Showa versus Rodan, or some combination of those names. Basically, a lot of fantastic matches, but only so many could win. And for the most part...
And some of them were bullshit.
Yes, and we'll be discussing that now. So we'll just go from top to bottom based on the entry or the categories. So first and foremost, best writer of 2017. Number 1, we have Andrew. So Kaiju X. For those that don't know. Number two, we have myself, Tyler Treeshock. Greyshot 151. And for number 3, we have Harley Jameson. So, congratulations, Harley.
Well, 2 out of the 3 people I voted at least made it, so that's good. Fortunately, Joe didn't make it.
Yeah. Well, I think Harley. I think she'll enjoy the good news anyway.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yep.
But yeah, so this is not to say that others didn't get significant amount of votes. I only did the top 3 because at a point it kind of gets redundant.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But
are there
any
honorable mentions?
Yeah. So honorable mentions would be Christian Salibert, Joshua Reynolds, and Patrick Allen Green.
Yeah.
All right.
With Joseph Steiner Jr. actually tying with Patrick Allen Green.
Oh, sweet. Congratulations, Joe.
Yeah.
You got 6th place.
Congratulations.
Yeah, which is something I did keep into consideration, which is if you tied for a place, you still got that place. Like, technically, that's something you're going to see on, because we did have a few ties in regards to some of the other categories. Some of them were shocking, I will fully admit.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them, maybe a little less so. But yeah, so what do you guys think? Was this in line with your standards, or do you think that Andrew used a hackbot to get himself to number 1? What are your thoughts on this?
Get rid of Greyshot and replace him with Joe. Or as Greyshot would like to call it, it's not the top 3, but it's our winners. Or our award.
Today's theme is communism, ladies and gentlemen.
Today's letter of the day is C, for communism.
Probably the most political we're gonna get.
Oh Unless we talk about Shin Godzilla again.
That's true.
Hey, hold on there, buddy. We'll get there eventually.
All right. Anyway, with that said,
Greyshot liked it because there's a hidden theme of communism in it.
No, I kind of enjoy it. Like the list, I don't particularly. I actually
Tokyo's
don't
victory, it's our victory.
For the best writer, I think that actually all seems about right. So I'm really happy to see Harley that high up. To be perfectly honest, I'm really happy about that.
So Kaiju X, are you saying that Joe sucks? Or that Nagoda sucks?
No, not at all. I'm just saying out of the top 3.
Oh, you hear that, boys? He said.
Now, had it been top 5, we might be talking about something different.
I can actually. Do you guys want to know who got the least amount of votes?
Who?
Yeah.
Okay, the person with the least amount of votes was Anthony Romero with 0.
Wait, you
Okay. Who actually has a vote?
I'm not gonna say who has the least amount. I just thought that'd be funny.
Oh,
and at
okay,
number 0, we have Anthony Romero. Good job, man. Way to bring it in.
Fair enough. In the meantime, I guess we could just move on to Best Banner Creator, perhaps?
Okay, yes. Best Banner Creator of 2017 was a tie. Actually, it's not anymore because someone voted later. But yeah, it was a tie.
31st.
Yeah, so basically, the tie was between myself and Jackson Morris. And if you would ask me if one of the biggest surprises of this being, that was it. I never even expected to be in the top 3, to be honest.
I'm honestly really shocked too. I'm surprised you are that high up. Really?
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
After the 31st, I beat him. So, Jackson, I just want to let you know, don't kill me with the black magic, please. Begging you. Mercy on my soul.
No, I'm actually genuinely shocked to see that you are that high up. And I don't mind. You've actually created some very interesting banners for the year. And it is really nice to see that you are credits given where credits due. It's like, I might be supplied as best writer, but I am really happy to see you actually ahead of me on this one. Tied with Jackson of all people. I'm like, hot damn. I'm just shocked. I'm just really shocked.
Actually, hold on. Let me... actually, though, to be quite fair, though, you were... so, let me do this. To be fair, though, it wasn't the only, you want to talk about this? This one was actually super close because... there we go. You were right there, right behind everyone.
Right. It seems about right, to be perfectly honest. But, shoot. That's... Dang.
I mean, to be fair, it also kind of relates to, the top banners. When it comes to the other votes and categories, it also kind of makes sense because depending on the matches, those are the people that had the banners of said matches. So,
right. So.
But otherwise, Landon, coming up right behind, and then we had Matt and Christian and Nagoda rounding out the end. So I think that was everyone in the voting. Oh.
Yay!
And at number
wait, Greyshot, are you trying to say? I think Greyshot's trying to say Nagoda suck.
No. What I'm saying is, GVJ, you didn't get any points. How sad is that?
I know.
How sad?
It's like I didn't even make a banner, and yet I still got noticed. You better watch out, Greyshot. Nagoda's gonna turn into Nagar and kill you.
One of Nagoda's many personalities. Anyway. That's certainly...
Oh, here's a new form for Nagoda. Him and Yoda merge, calling him Yagoda.
Oh, no. Alright, with that said, let's move on to the best KWC matches of 2017, right? Right.
Okay,
Sure.
Yes. So, best KWC matches, we have, at number 1, match 190. At number 2, match 200. And at number 3, for banners. For number 3, we have match 216.
Wait,
so,
no.
Wait,
best KWC matches. Not banners, but matches.
Oh, crap.
Best
Best KWC matches. 190, 200, and 211. So we had,
I could see that.
yeah. So,
Yeah. I kind of guessed this.
oh yeah, but when it comes to the actual stats, it was actually a tie for fourth. Fourth was between for the wait. Oh, that's the wrong. Hold on, that's the wrong one. Ignore what I just said. For the best KWC matches, it actually went as the following. So, there. With some of them getting some of them I was actually rather surprised. So, if you take a look, the kind of expected ones: 190, 200, 211, 216. But then it was
Jesus Christ, 216.
Yeah, 216 was number 4.
Oh.
No, guys, the only reason why 216th got in fourth was because it contained the top 5. That means it's automatically good.
I clapped when I saw it.
And I see 196.
196, Godzilla Legendary versus Gauss. Then Joshua Reynolds, Megalon, and Gigan versus the
Garuga monsters.
Stone Fighter monsters.
Ew.
Harley's match, Bagan, Batcher, and Kamasugami at 206. Nice.
I feel like that should have been higher, but
213.
hey.
Yeah, 213 and 194. I'm quite glad that they made it because Christian made a really nice match with 213, and 194 was honestly one of the ones I voted for because I absolutely love that match.
206 and 213 should have been higher.
206,
Yeah.
213. I guess 194 all should have been higher. I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were a lot better than 216.
Mhm.
And 195.
I'm kind of surprised 212
Yeah.
was high.
205 I actually was surprised was not higher on this list, considering the monsters involved. I honestly thought that was going to be way higher.
Let's say you
I liked it when Mechagodzilla the Titan.
And Orga versus Iris was honestly kind of a nice way to round it out. But yeah, those were, for the most part, those were the top matches with the most votes. So, yeah. So not too surprising. Otherwise, when it comes to the banners, this one actually probably make a few people happy. Well, in regards to what's after the top 3. So, for top 3 banners of 2017, we have 190 at number 1, 200 at number 2, 216 at number 3.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Yeah, that's fair enough. That's
Yeah,
fair
fair.
enough. So.
Banner makes sense, but the actual match, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, how dare 190 be up there? And 200? God.
I know.
It might have been the sequel to 164 was so bad.
It's like they're too long or something, and that it actually had story instead of Monster A fighting Monster B.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, no. So for the top banners, at number
KWCs
4,
aren't supposed to have stories. They're
following-
supposed to have nonsensical fights, like the Transformers movies.
Well, following number 3, we have 211. We have number 4. Then we have Gamera. Actually, I was kind of surprised. Gamera Hesty versus Des. Wait, was this Des Ghidorah?
I think that was Descador. 203?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Des Ghidorah. See that or Orochi?
No, that's 203.
Yeah, 203 is...
That's Orochi.
Orochi.
Orochi?
Descador was Suicide.
Because it came after
right.
a not good match.
Right.
I will say I'm glad 202's bombing in the votes.
What was 202?
Well, that
Gamera
one had a
and
good
Baragon
banner.
versus Hedorah.
Oh yeah, banners-wise, yes, but match-wise, no.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, that one wasn't the quite the potential could have been. Way to go, Josh. Way to go. But yeah, honorable mentions: Godzilla versus Legendary, Godzilla Legendary versus Gauss, Bagan, Batcher, and Kamasugami right after. Monster X versus Iris again. Nice to see it up there. Dagora in 215 also. Dagora versus Colossal Titan up there.
I mean the one where Colossal Titan is dabbing?
Dabbing while falling and transforming, yes.
And then running up to 5, we got Mechagodzilla, the Mechagodzilla versus Rogue Titan, Megalon and Gigan, and then at match 201, which is Mechagodzilla versus Mothra. So
Yeah, these are best banners.
Showa
So.
versus Mothra.
Congratulations, Joe.
Yeah,
All of
so-
your matches got in, even if it's through banners.
Yep.
Yeah.
I am sad that my all-time favorite banner, 192, isn't among them.
190.
Yeah.
Oh, King Kong versus
King Kong versus
Commander.
Commander.
Oh, yeah.
Man, that
That
would have
was
been a good
wrong.
one.
Yeah, that was a good banner.
Yeah, that's
That
a
was
legitimately
wrong.
good banner. Holy crap.
I will make note.
I
there were
love
comments-
that banner
there
so
were comments
much.
of Kong floating, which was like when Kong floated in on balloons was the favorite moment of KWC this year. Which I'll actually go at the very end. I'll read some of the best comments.
Yeah, for you. Kong now has the
Again,
ability to flight. Anyway.
Yeah.
I just love that banner so
Oh,
much.
yeah, absolutely. That's a great one.
Yes. But now the top, the three most original KWCs of 2017. This was an attempt to, allow others to breathe in because they could be a little bit different, do things that weren't done before.
Or break the
Sadly,
rules. Just kidding.
I don't think that translated as well because we have at number 190 and 206.
Okay, those are those tied?
Yeah, those are
Yeah,
tied.
they're tied.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Yeah.
Number 2 is 211.
Okay, that's a good choice.
And number 3, we have 200 and 215.
Sweet.
200 and 250.
Yeah, so match
Yeah.
200, the big Greyshot match, and Nagoda versus Colossal Titan.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
I could see that.
Which actually,
Yeah.
just for reference, here is the how the chart looks.
The Chotku.
But yeah, they tied. Then right after you have, which I was kind of happy to see, which was match 213 with Mothra and Amanda versus Megalon, followed by 193, which was
That was Mothra and Batra versus
Yeah,
Frankenstein, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
really good one.
Yeah.
Yep. Then Godzilla Legendary versus Gauss, Daigoro versus
King Kong.
Kong and 212, Godzilla Hesse versus Gazora at 199.
Gamera
which
versus Gamera Heisei versus Gizora.
Right. Then you have 195 with the Megalon match, 205 with Road Titan, and 194 with Monster X versus Iris.
I think that's an
So-
overall decent lineup right there.
Yeah, and I will
Yeah.
say they are definitely unique. The only one I would probably remove out of this is probably 190, 200, and 196 because 196 was very much like Muto versus Bagan, except with the Godzilla.
Muto versus
Muto
Godzilla,
replace-
but with replace Gauss with Muto.
Yeah.
Or replace
Yeah.
Muto with Gauss.
Exactly, it's just kind of a flip. Otherwise, all the others were definitely, I will say, more unique to the KWC.
Mhm.
Especially like 206. I say 206 probably the most unique monster combination.
Mhm.
If not,
Yeah.
if not right next to 213.
But I
213,
think-
there's a
Hey,
little.
Harley's here.
Oh, hey Harley.
Woohoo!
You joined in.
Yay!
Early.
Apparently not. Apparently she's still not there.
Yeah, Harley seems
Well,
to-
I guess we'll move on to the sixth category while
Early's
she
dead, and the award killed her.
while she fixes her mic. We have pick the best use of a new form or monster, and I'd like to say this one was close. I would really like to say this one was close, but it wasn't.
I put a Greyshot on Fashion Delight.
Very nice.
Yay.
So, this one, the winner was best. It was Super Godzilla #1, followed by Shin Orga, followed by Critical Mass Space Godzilla.
You mean Shorga?
Yes.
No,
as you
it's
can see
our
by the-
Shorka.
As you can see by the votes, though, 2 matches got a lot of votes, and everyone else not so much.
The only one that comes close to the top 3 is Skullcrawler for match 211. Otherwise, though,
Yeah.
everyone else below that is... they definitely don't have as high a point. For that matter, I think the next 3 are technically tied.
To be fair, though, I will say that it kind of makes sense because all the 190, 211, and 200 were all the biggest matches.
Mhm.
Most people had most eyes,
Yeah.
and people are going to vote for those monsters. I think. Plus, I think they left a bigger impact than 205, 215, and 195.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, I might be in the minority here, but I voted for Shorka.
Oh, you're not in the minority. You're still, in a nice bit... there is a nice number of votes for Shinorga.
Well,
He's
Super
second
Godzilla.
place. So that says something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You'd be more
no,
than
I
li-
said compared to Super Godzilla, though.
Right, compared to Super Godzilla, sure, but if you
That's
were
what
to,
I meant.
if you were to call yourself minority, you would have said Critical Mass, Space Godzilla, or even Skullcrawler.
Are you just saying that
Well, if
because
you-
I'm
You would've
white?
said, no, if you want the minority, you would have said Jakiro.
Yeah.
Seriously, Kaiju Eggs, are you just saying that because I'm white?
Recap. Can you
Or
go
are
over-
you just saying that? Or are you just saying that because I have a deeper voice than everybody? Because I am in the minority on that.
Okay, fair enough.
But yeah, no. Otherwise, yeah, it kind of makes sense in that regard. But on to the category 7. Pick Kaiju in a KWC match of 2017. Here. Just go to the just go down on this page. The awards were have a list there. But for the best use of Kaiju,
Thank you.
you're welcome. The best use of Kaiju.
You'll be happy with the results, Harley.
Yeah.
Yee.
Oop. Let me paste. Is this that way? That's
Kaiju.
best use of Kaiju. Number 1, 190. Number 2, 211. Number 3, 216.
This
I liked it because it had the top 5 in the net. That means it's automatically good.
I clapped when I saw all 5 of the top monsters.
Yeah.
I'm seeing a pattern here
broke
with
new
190
ground.
here.
Regardless of the quality, I thought it was a great use.
200 later got the kind of got a nice little got a buff to tie with 216, but I kind of disregarded that because it again was after the point. Afterward, for the best use of Kaiju, we have 196, which makes sense, followed by 206, 195, 215, 214, 209, 204. Actually, 204 was kind of forgot about that match. Still a good use, and then 194.
So wait. 216 got on there, but yeah, 213 didn't.
kind of
Correct.
strange. Because, yeah,
Remember,
213
kids, this is your audience.
Well,
So maybe it's just me, but I'm sensing a pattern with 190 here.
yeah. But
Yeah.
Call it
at
a
the very
hunch.
least, the next section should shake things up a little bit, actually.
I
Yes.
am glad that 209 got kind of high.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm surprised
forgot what
I'm surprised 210 didn't get in there because the iguanodons.
Unfortunately,
Listen, man.
according to our audience, iguanodons don't make everything, which is a darn
Yeah.
shame.
Yeah, remember 216 high on their
Unfortunately.
list, but iguanodons. Fuck you.
This is true. Otherwise, when it comes to the next vote, we have best use of human characters. We have here we go. Best use of human character.
Wow, what a contest.
Yeah.
Okay, who rigged the poll?
I think this is taking like,
Kaiju
the
X was
poll
using
you're
both.
seeing is after the matter. Like this is
Yep.
like post 31st, so
Who
results
rigged
have
the
changed.
poll?
but-
Come on. someone come out with it.
Granted, why is 216 on there? Or oh no, wait, humans aliens. Never mind, I'm dumb. Okay.
Yeah. Best use of human or alien characters.
Dumb.
We have match 200, match 213, and 190 serving up with 211 right behind it.
Though
So,
granted,
but yeah, match 200 got the majority of the vote. Very good chunk of the votes. But 213, I was actually
Rig the
actually,
poll.
hang on a second. I got something to point out here. Yes, the poll you had there has 190 in third place, but this is taken now, right? Which is the fourth.
Wait, what did I write?
You wrote
best use of human or alien characters.
211. 211 was originally in third place. Day
sorry.
after 31st.
That's supposed to be 190. I think I just looked at the list.
Oh, it was supposed to be 190. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, apologies about the form.
You're trying to snub us out of our second place award.
No, because
Third
technically I
place.
would have came in first on the banner creator if that was the case.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Gosh
just
darn it.
that was just a copy error. But yeah, no.
Gosh darn it.
200 had the best, or at least the most, with
Most
213. A very nice entry, I will say, coming in
yeah.
right behind it. And then 190, a
190
little bit. But I will make note that I think 190 strongest suit with the monsters, not the human. for the alien.
That's understandable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But otherwise, the rest of the matches do make sense. 211. Actually, that one doesn't really.
That
I guess
one's
with
not
Nick
too
and
humans.
Doctor No, but
Doctor Who.
You mean Doctor Who?
Who?
Doctor Who.
oh, Doctor Who, right?
Yeah, Doctor Who.
Greyshot doesn't know his own lore. You see,
This
guys,
isn't
it's the
James
communism
Bond.
affecting
This
his
is Doctor
brain.
Who.
Listen, it's a Doctor.
Wait, who?
It sounds like a James Bond villain. Okay.
Again, it's
That's
the
that's
communism.
the first James Bond movie.
I was gonna say, Greyshot, do you want Godzilla and James Bond in the same thing? What?
Okay. Any case,
We
for
need
the-
Godzilla versus
otherwise,
James Bond.
211's a little weak
Who?
on that note. 205 makes sense because of Aaron, I guess.
Well, even then, he doesn't really
201
have
works.
too much. So I'd argue 205's even weaker in that regard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like there's not really any use for Aaron.
Right. I mean, there's
Yeah,
the
just
fighting,
kind of
sure.
Shows up.
Right, but it's not
I
like
think he
he
shows
had
up
anyone
in
to
Aaron,
interact with.
if I recall.
Yeah, but again, this is
Granted,
the best use of the character. This doesn't mean best story.
Right.
True.
Well,
I don't
even-
know how
Oh, go ahead.
Aaron is characterized in the movie, but it sort of feels like they could have done more with him.
Hmm.
Unless I'm gonna take a guess that Aaron in the movie is really not that different from Aaron in the.
He's
We don't-
different from, like, the movie Aaron is different from the anime one, but I think the Match 205s wants to put a little bit more emphasis on the anime one.
Yep.
Okay, because I'm just thinking maybe. And
Maybe.
shouts a lot. I think Aaron just purposely. I think Aaron's default mode is shouting. I don't think he actually can speak normally
In the anime, at least.
in the anime, at least.
The movie, sort of, kind of, but anyway. Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyone else have any final notes on this category?
Let's see.
Oh.
I'm
Yeah.
happy 201 got kind of high.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, 201 was right up next after 205, and I think that's a little bit more deserving because there was at least some scenes with Kuronuma and the Shobujin. So
Yeah, that definitely should have been higher than 205.
Yeah.
right, then you got 214,
And
which,
I'm really I am really happy with the character stuff I did in 201.
But remember, GBC, you didn't lose. According to Greyshot, it's not one person's victory, it's our victory.
Exactly.
All winners, according to Greyshot.
Yep. That's how communism goes, Greyshot.
Well,
Or you don't want to give it up.
after
speaking of
201,
communism,
after 201 is match 214.
yeah, well, fine. If we're going to go to capitalistic society, here we have one match taking up more votes.
And what's
and
this
not
category for?
sharing up the rest.
Best
This is the
story or
slash
narrative.
Yeah.
Best story or
narrative.
narrative?
Yep.
Oh,
Wow.
Wow.
Damn.
wow.
Yep.
Oh, hey, 201's
So
pretty
190
high
taking the share there, followed by 200, then tied by 211 and 216.
I liked it because it had the top 5 kaiju in it. That means it's a great original story. And
Otherwise,
everything makes sense in it.
To be fair, the story in 216 isn't that bad,
yeah,
but-
it's a pretty cool world actually.
but it kind of tips in the last few moments.
Yeah, otherwise, 213 is also on there, 201, 206, 212, 194.
It's rigged.
So,
I like how it's like I like how it's a tie for like 9th place with 206, 212, and 201.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's actually a tie for 6th place.
Yeah, 6th place, yeah.
Straight up tie.
Or 5th,
Yep.
even.
Yeah,
211 216 are tied.
Oh, right, because 211, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
But yeah, otherwise, congratulations to the winners on that one.
Congratulations to match 190 again.
Yeah. Best new writer, I believe, is our next section, right?
Yeah, I just want to make note, congratulations to Joseph Steiner Jr. for being the best new writer of 2017.
Yay!
With the only other new writer being
Yay.
Joseph Steiner, or being Landon Soto. Wait,
Yes.
what about Nagoda?
Yay.
Well,
Great-
Nagoda
great.
doesn't count.
Greyshot's being
Nagoda,
racist.
you don't count.
Greyshot says Nagoda doesn't count because he was only a writer.
Okay, co-writer? Okay,
Yeah, he was a
gotcha.
co-writer. He wasn't a full writer.
I
Therefore,
Nagoda?
think you'll be getting some full-fledged Nagoda, like, written matches.
Nagoda.
huh.
Psst, Nagoda.
You think I'd allow Nagoda
Didn't we have a
to win Best Writer of 2018? I think
Hey.
not.
Guys, shut up.
didn't
I'm
we have
trying
a
to talk to
co-writer?
Nagoda. Shh, shh,
Didn't we
shh,
have a
shh, 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 shh. Nagoda, when I drop my pencil, you know what to do.
co-writer award though? I thought there was.
Wait, what?
I mean, there's a Best Writing Duo award, so there's that. But,
Yeah.
yeah. Best New Writer being
Close enough.
being Joseph Steiner Jr., second place going to Landon Soto. Those, I think, were only 2 new writers for the year, so...
Well,
Yeah.
you had stiff competition there, Joseph Steiner Jr.
Wow, it's like Nagoda doesn't
how-
matter.
How close was this one?
Yeah, quick question. How close was this one? I'm curious.
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to make note. You asked, and I will paste it. But I just want to make note. Joseph technically had 3 matches compared to Landon 1. So
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh,
Yeah, that seems about right.
Hey.
Like I said, Joe
That
did
is
get
the
more matches.
that is the definition of Joe beating the shit out of him.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair,
I actually really kind of feel bad.
no,
Yeah.
I mean, technically, Joe got more matches in than Landon did. So,
Ooh.
so I think that's just simply the case that you've been more exposed than Landon. Hopefully, we'll be seeing more Landon
Yeah.
matches in the future, and maybe he'll get
Ow.
more of a fair shot. But
Well,
Yeah.
2 of his matches were like right next to each other.
yeah, that kind of helped too.
yeah, that
Yeah.
wasn't a point. And then
Greyshot.
Yeah.
I also it might have helped that he was part of the Mutober. That
Yeah,
might have
yeah,
also been a
Mutober.
nice.
Well,
little
both of them were.
Yeah,
Both
he
of
was
them were,
involved
yeah.
with 2 Mutopia matches, so...
This is true, but in regards, at least from the voting of the public, it's that I just realized not all of the Mutober matches actually had.
Well, remember, Landon was the first one that was the writer for the first Muto match.
This
Yeah.
is true, but I'm just saying overall. the Muto
Jeez,
matches
Greyshot.
weren't on the list as much. Okay, any case, yeah. So there you go on that one, and then for best writing duo, for number 1 we have Andrew and Harley.
Gee.
Wait, let me make it. Wait, yes, Harley, Andrew and Harley, followed by Andrew and me, followed by Joseph Steiner Jr. and Nagoda. So Nagoda got something.
So Andrew's gonna win either way.
Yeah.
Hey, fuck you. It was rigged. That was rigged.
Yeah, really.
Joe and Nagoda should have won.
Because we had Iguanodon.
Yeah, they had iguanodons. You guys didn't have anything. Cool.
I mean, we had 3
Super Godzilla
Iguanodons.
and Shorga is nothing compared to the iguanodons.
We had 3 Iguanodons compared to the 0 in the other matches.
You
Also, let me ask you this.
Super Iguanodon.
Did 190 and 211 have the iguanodons walking cool like they were strolling onto the lake like they owned it? I don't think so.
We weren't.
I don't fucking think so.
That was a really close vote. Wow.
Yeah, surprisingly. Really close vote
Yeah,
between me and Harley to me
I don't
and
think
Tyler.
so.
And
I
then-
just want. I want to make note that's approximate. It's only a few votes difference. So yeah, it was dead on.
Right. Yeah, free, like...
Actually, and all throughout, it kept going back and forth. So it was not like one. Yeah, it kept going back and back. I can definitely say the same with the other 2. Joseph Steiner Jr. and Nagoda with Patrick Ellington and Sean O. They were going at each other as well. But one was playing one was playing the NCAA and one was playing in the NFL.
Nobody watches football, Greyshot. We don't understand that.
We're literally filming this during the Super Bowl. I get one football
I was gonna
reference.
say, isn't the Super Bowl in like a week or 2?
No, it's on right now.
No, it's right
Oh,
now.
it's on right now. Okay.
And rumor has
That's
it,
how much I know.
is that terrible upcoming film called Solo, a Star Wars film, is going to show off its trailer today. And
Actually,
it's
it's
probably
been
going to be terrible.
It's been confirmed that's coming tomorrow during Good Morning America.
Oh,
Good morning,
Well, then-
America.
and
Here's
then-
Han Solo.
And then Well then, tomorrow then, a terrible TV show called Good Morning America is going to show a terrible, terrible trailer.
They're delaying that thing so much.
Deadpool's going to beat the shit out of it, just like MJ beat the shit out of Ditto.
But yeah, but that's it. This has been most certainly an interesting ride of matches that are matches and what people think of KWCs. And it's nice to see the top 3 for each section. It is really nice to see everything, see what people think.
I just love how Andrew and I are the best writing duo, and like all of our collaborations, other than like 190, haven't been out yet.
Yeah, I know, right?
Like everything else has not been released yet, but 190.
I will study this with. If you didn't see your match on this list or whatnot, you did have one of the worst years when it came to competition. And I'm not saying this. I'm not saying this negatively. I'm saying literally we had 190 with Bagan being basically the match everyone wanted, which was Godzilla versus Bagan. I mean, if you were to like go on search history, that's what people want to see. You were to look that up. You also had 200, and then you also had what is the introduction of or at least the tease of Shin Orga. One of those matches by itself would have been it would have easily dominated the year. The fact there were 3 did not help.
Oh no!
Anyone in any way.
It's
So
getting out of hand. Now there are 3
let
of
me
them.
say this.
Oh no!
I think 27.
Oh no!
Oh god.
Oh,
Oh wait, it's actually up. Oh god.
Oh no! Oh no!
I'm gonna watch it right now.
Yeah, same
I'm
here.
gonna watch it right now.
We're gonna
during
take
the
a guys. We're
podcast.
gonna take a break. We're gonna take a break and come back.
We're gonna take a break to watch this.
I'm just gonna watch afterward. I don't know about you guys.
Guys, shut up! Shut up! We're taking a break. Shut up!
Quick, insert the commercial here.
Well, guys, I think it's time we talk about our sponsor, Blue Deal.
Yeah.
Great meals right to your home from like Blue Box. I don't know what it's actually called.
Oh lord.
Since Harley can't shut up, I'm gonna mute all of you.
There he is. He muted. He's watching it. Yeah, but that's it. This was the year for the KWC is definitely
just clicking.
2017 was definitely a very interesting year for the KWC partially because you do have like so many big matches that are all competing against each other and whatnot. And I do feel bad for the matches that are kind of a little bit more on the average end because it's like no offense, but everyone else was almost thwomped. But I'm really happy to see that 213 did make it in a couple of these. So
4 hammers came down and no one could make it. It was the year that. Yeah, continue.
It was the landslide year.
pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I can definitively say 2018 will not have that. I can definitely say.
Oh my god. That was terrible.
Oh boy. But yeah, 2018, yeah, probably nothing like. I don't think we'll have anything like what we had with 2017, but who knows? Things can happen, you know? Things can really happen. So.
We're gonna subvert your expectations.
Yeah.
And as sad as I am, and as sorry as I am that all like the more average matches really couldn't compete, I'm just happy I can finally cross clean sweep off my bucket list.
Yeah, clean sweep.
You didn't get best banner creator.
Oh well, we won like almost everything else. I think that makes up for it.
Not a clean sweep though. Not a clean sweep.
Also, Lucasfilm logo, gotta clap for that. Am I right?
I clapped when I saw it.
By the way, do you guys like how they literally had not had one line for Han Solo? I guess slight tangent. Sorry, they didn't give the guy one line. Apparently,
No,
yeah.
he talked briefly.
Well, it's like a short teaser.
He said he was a pilot or something. That's what I heard him say.
well, the guy had to get like an acting coach multiple times, and yeah,
Because legendary film hack Ron Howard said so.
Oh, Oh, jeez.
And I made Nagoda left because I said that.
Well,
He must love Ron Howard.
It's a known fact. Nagoda is the #1 Ron Howard fan in the world.
You offended him.
I'm sorry, Nagoda.
Oh, he's back now.
Nagoda, I'm sorry. Nagoda, I'm sorry I insulted Ron Howard.
Wait, what happened?
My goodness. Anyway,
What
with
happened?
that said, that has been...
we thought you left because I insulted Ron Howard.
Oh. Discord kicked me out for some reason.
Because Discord was offended that you insulted Ron Howard. There we go, and it kicked out Nagoda for it. Okay, but with that said, that has been the KWC Awards, and we have had a lot of very interesting results, even if it was a bit of a landslide this year. But now,
Were there any interesting comments?
Yes,
Oh, right,
actually,
the comments.
the
Yeah,
comment.
go ahead and say the comments.
Okay, so first off, we had the please rate your favorite moment of the KWC. Now, we had dozens upon dozens of entries make note of their favorite roles. So I'm just going to hit the ones that kind of stuck out to me.
Okay.
So, heads up.
So all of them.
So
Gotcha.
first off, thank you all for writing comments. Honestly, there were some great things, and a lot of people liked a lot of the big moments. For instance, one person's favorite moment was the introduction of Big End Wings of Light. The person thought someone said Super Godzilla versus Bagan. That got wild in the best of ways. But there were a ton of fantastic matches. You know, a lot of people put in some great comments. Clear. Let's get in some others. When Godzilla Legendary and the male Muto team up to defeat Orga, Space Godzilla going critical mass in 200. Mothra helping Frankenstein fight Batra in match 193.
I think that was my comment.
Oh, okay then. Bagan turning on his master in 190. Introduction of the Skull Crawlers.
Wait, did you say turning on his master?
Yeah.
Kinky.
Bagan really turned him on.
We also had some people enjoying the fatalities, like when Zendora drilled through Kiryu, or when Daigoro killed King Kong.
Oh, yeah.
When King Caesar beat Gamora, it's unbelievable. Yes, I completely agree with you on that one.
That was the best moment of 2017. Not just in the KWC, but of all time in that year.
Let's see what else. When Super Godzilla won the beam struggle against Bagan. When Critical Mass Space Godzilla was defeated. Rogue Titan Fake Godzilla fight, plus build up.
Someone deserves here.
Iguanodons.
Okay, I know I wrote the Iguanodon.
Iguanodons was my favorite moment too.
Seeing more legendary Godzilla. Godzilla versus Gamera, even though we didn't have this year.
I think.
Oh,
they
that was
might
my
have-
favorite moment.
Wait, Godzilla versus Gamera? What are they talking about?
I don't know.
Godzilla versus Gamera.
I mean, are they referring to the animated one?
That came out last year as well.
That came out last year. Never mind.
Otherwise, when Shin Orga is defeated by Godzilla and the Muto, most creative team up I've seen so far. Orga versus Iris. Kong floating in to fight Kamacuras. I would agree with that.
Yes, I agree with that one.
That
too.
was the best moment of all time.
When Muto drank Shin Godzilla's sweet succulent juices, and for everyone being a great writer.
Are you sure you read that right? Because I remember you comment or show us how it was written.
Oh yeah, this is how. Well, I very much smoothed it out. Here you go.
Because this was great.
If I were to pronounce it as it is written, it'd be when Muto drank Shin Godzilla's sweet succulent juice, and for everyone
Juice.
being a great witter.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. The words are very nice. I mean, thank you for the compliment, but still,
Yes.
it's just the way it's
I'm
written
still
is-
amazed the person spelled succulent, right?
I know.
Yep.
It's like, what do you focus
Well,
on?
I think
What do you focus on? All that's misspelled, or the thing that's spelled right?
But we also had Kumasugami's anti-heroic role in 206 as a favorite. And then the last comment that we have, which is the male Muto helping legendary Godzilla to fight, or when Godzilla fought Space Godzilla and learned the mistake of his father, which was
200?
actually kind of touching that someone caught on to that one. So thanks. Otherwise, we also had some recommendations, some nice things to say. So, for instance, I would leave a joke answer here, but I'm too tired. Happy New Year's, Greyshot. So, thanks. We also had recommendation for the KWC. More matches.
Of course.
When Spider Euros.
Yeah. That was me.
That was you.
Yeah, that was me.
We also had some nicer ones, like, there are two things I always do when I do a daily log into Toho Kingdom. Check the updates page for a revamped monster bio, and if not that, a new KWC match. Don't stop with the great work, Hunter. So thank you, Hunter.
Oh,
thanks, Hunter. Thank you.
And remember, Hunter, you're supporting communism.
We also have, I don't really have a lot to say other than that it's been a great year for the KWC. I hope next year's even better, and I hope we get to see even more new writers. I can definitively say 2018 is going to suck, and we are not going to get more new writers.
Well, it sucks already.
Oh my god, that's great.
2018's gonna suck. Because everyone found out Greyshot's a communist.
Let's see, what else? I'm just a kid, but I love to read KWC all the time, and I would like it if you would please give Gazor and C-Rex with a little bit more.
Ooh.
And I can't do the KWC, really, because, I want to do a match, because C-Rex versus Gazora. Thank you. Want to see more KWC? Happy New Year. Goodbye.
Kid, get rid of C-Rex and you're on a great start.
Actually, yeah, I'm not sure about C-Rex, but if you're looking for Gazora,
We'll have some hot Gazora action.
yeah, pretty much.
Have some good hentai.
Yeah. Well, actually, speaking
Well-
of creative artwork, we have something I'd like to see more of in the future is more of unique banners, whether they're gifts or stuff like with Match 216.
All right. Ooh.
I liked 216 because it had the top 5 kaiju.
Well, they're referring to the banners.
I clapped when I saw them.
I mean, to be fair, Alex, they're referring to the banners, so, you know.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm just shit posting.
Yeah, I know.
Shit talking.
We also had, it'd be cool making the rest of the banners as big as the more recent ones, 151 and onwards. I can definitively say that ain't happening.
Yeah, that's not going to
Yeah,
happen.
I
That'd be
don't
a
think
lot
that-
of work.
Right.
Be a lot of work.
And it would
Hey, great
look
shot.
bad.
If George Lucas could fuck up his properties, you can too.
I mean, technically, we
know,
edited
that's-
match 9.
That's a good point. That is a good point. Let's do it.
Yeah, match
What
9 I
else?
requested for an edit from Christian himself, but even then, I didn't want to take away from, like, the technical spirit of the original, technically, so.
Yeah.
We also had
Technically.
maybe put in Mirror Man in a round as he was distributed by Toho. Even Ultraman Jack and Ultraman Taro could be nice.
Well, if there's any consolation, Spectrum Man was a corpse.
We also had, I did enjoy these matches in 2017. I hope the matches of 2018 will be just as good or even better. They won't. Keep up the good work, y'all. Best thing of 2017? 2018. Thanks. We also had, I love you all. Keep up the amazing work. Thank you for so many great years. You guys have been kind enough to provide awesome stories. Congrats, guys. Here's to a new year. I thought it was tasteful. Greyshot 151.
I think that was me.
Yeah.
I think that was Derzerd.
Because it was, if it wasn't me, I know I wrote something similar.
I also have this one, which I'm going to let Kaiju X read out.
Oh, okay. Oh boy, this okay. I like we won when Kaiju went boom, and Mothra getting wins Nika's she pretty. also like fat Frank. So just because he great picture Naker. Take you a broad breast. I'm sorry.
So the troll who wrote this, I just want to say thank you for making my morning a little bit more entertaining.
Wait, how do you know? How do you know it's a troll? It could be because I think Kaiju X pointed out before with YouTube comments.
Mm-hmm.
It could be a YouTube commenter.
Right.
It could be a YouTube commenter. It could be.
Oh my gosh, that was great.
I also, so last little notes is keep up the great work with these. Hope to see the trading card monsters to be in eventually.
Ooh.
And I really like how the KWC has progressed. I just hope that Shin Godzilla appears soon, no rudeness or demand.
Mm-hmm.
I'd love to see how he actually plays out on his own, rather than just being used as a plot point. Anyhow, best wishes
Well,
to Toho
kid,
Kingdom.
compared to you and the comparing Cast and Shin Godzilla, you showed more emotion with that comment. I respect that.
But Prime Minister Shin doesn't.
Not getting in. Stop asking.
Actually, well, that currently we are as a final announcement, we are retiring, as I keep saying, Godzillasaurus. So
Thank God.
when the next KWC goes up, there will be a notice of this, and there also will be
Thank you and broad breast.
I might be doing another poll to see which Godzilla you guys want to see in. Which would be animated Goji? Will it be
Goji, Shin Godzilla? Oh, that's not a bad idea, actually. Because let's face it, Goji's going to be Goji's definitely going to be a very relevant one because he's recent. So
yes, but I will also place in other Godzillas, so to see if there are any specific that there's overwhelming support for.
Yeah,
Show a Godzilla or shoot up the whole KWC.
Personally, I take GMK Godzilla.
right.
I want Manila.
Well, let's see.
I want Manila.
No, guys, screw you all. I want Gigantus.
I'd be okay with that.
I want Hanna-Barbera Godzilla because it has the eye laser.
I'm okay with that too.
I want Ghost Godzilla because of all the cool news about him.
Okay,
I like Marvel Godzilla because he changes size. Anyway.
Okay, with
I want Godzuki.
All right. Anyway,
Chop Suey?
no Godzuki.
But that too.
All right. Harley's overacting aside. Anything else, Greyshot?
I will say that with that out of the way, we do have one. We can jump into the our newest game show of KWC.
Hey,
What about the KWCE Awards?
The KWCE
Oh, right,
Awards,
right,
Greyshot.
right.
We still have
That's
that.
Greyshot, we're not done yet.
Yeah, we're
Again,
not done yet.
again,
We're just
Greyshot,
getting
it's
started.
Greyshot. The communism is getting to your brain again.
Let's just head to the war, shall we?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
Great Shot.
Oh
Or
yeah,
should
there's
I
our
say
Harley to fill you in.
Dawn?
We just found out that Greyshot and Varen are communists.
Yep.
Ah, damn it, Greyshot.
I like Varen, so does that make me a communist too?
I guess so.
I don't know. You're on the watch
so
list.
Hold on, Greyshot's a communist? I thought he was a fascist.
No, he's a communist.
Why not
He's a
both?
communist
Why
and a
not both? Is he a
fascist.
communist fascist?
He's a communist fascist.
He's a
Hey,
communist
okay.
capitalistic fascist. They
Okay.
go so well together.
Anyway,
He's
Any
a
case.
he's fashionable
All right,
communist.
Let's
Stop.
He's a fashionable commie.
all right, stop.
Let's head to the awards.
Let's head to the
KWC
awards.
Awards.
Let's get this through.
Do we have to?
Yes.
Yes,
It's
we
short.
have
It's
to.
shorter than the KWC. So
Oh,
that's
absolutely.
Yeah.
It'll take like 5 minutes, dude.
Yeah. So with that said, we will be hopping over to the KWCE Awards, and the results are for Best Writer, we are actually at a tie with.
Don't you mean best winner?
Ritter? Gosh darn it, Winner.
Gosh darn it.
Okay, well,
Go start it.
but yeah, Best Writer we
You're not
have
the only one that screws up.
we have Birdman and Shipper's Dreamer, aka Connor, Clendel, and Harley.
Is there anyone else in the running?
The only
Or-
other, those two
A
are
couple people.
definitive tie. However,
Well, I thought that was because we
Hang
have the
on.
most matches in the KWCE so far.
No,
like-
hang on, stop. The only other person that is worth honorable mention is Alex. He was the only person that got 1 vote. He is the only other runner-up in 1 vote.
I got second.
Yeah, you got second.
You got second with 1 vote.
Yay! And that's all thanks to Joe.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yo,
Yay.
Joe.
I really should have.
Joe
put
knows
in,
what's up.
Right. I really should have put in a best writing pair. That would have been more ideal. Oh well.
Also, one other thing to mention, I think next KWC Awards, depending how many parody matches there are, I think there should be a category for best parody writer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that'd be fair. That would be. I think having best writer and best parody writer should be 2 different
We'll have
slots.
to see. We'll have to see by the end of the year how many there are, though.
Oh yeah,
There's at least 1.
I think there will be at least 2. So
Okay.
Well, technically 2 if you count co-writers, which Greyshot doesn't.
right,
Well,
right.
okay.
Okay.
I think we should only have it if they're not by the same author.
Yeah.
Let's see. With that said, overall best writer, Birdman, and Stripper Stream were both at a tie. Now, the best KWCE match of 2017 actually goes to match number 8, Colonel Glenn Manning and Nancy Archer versus Redosaurus, which I feel
Good.
is
Good.
Good.
Yeah, I
good.
think
I'm really
that's
happy with
kinda
with the results of this one.
Dinosaur.
That was a really good match. I enjoyed that.
Oh yeah, that was
Yeah.
a really good one. That was a really good one.
That
Still-
deserves a win.
Very
Still
cool.
probably my
Very-
very cool.
Wait,
Still
yeah,
probably my favorite match of the KWCE.
Yeah, it's
Aside from
tied
the
with
parody
match
matches.
4.
Yeah.
Yeah, of actual KWC matches, it's tied with.
Right. But with that said, that was the best KWC match of 2017. Best use of Kaiju in 2017 for the KWCE is once again another tie between match 9, George, Ralph, and Lizzie versus Colossal Titan anime and Armor Titan anime versus Rogue Titan anime.
I love how you say anime. Like there's a pause after it.
Yeah.
Anime.
Which is tied with Godzilla, or match number 12, Godzilla Showa and King Ghidorah Millennium versus Godzilla 2001.
Wow.
Wow, it's like
Both
Harley.
by the
It's like
same
Harley gets. Wow, it's like Harley gets 2 awards in one category.
Yeah,
Charlie,
she
what do
really
you
does.
get to awards?
I wonder who would have won.
I wonder who. Oh man, freaking this one, the freaking Human Aliens one. Gosh darn, that one flipped me up good. Dang it.
That was good.
But that I did take into account for those that went to like D8 or whatever the result was. Yeah, D8.
Gosh darn it.
The one that didn't exist. I kind of figured D8 meant match 8, so I was like, oh, okay, fair enough. With that said, best use of human alien characters in the KWCE goes to, once again, match number 8, Colonel Glenn Manning and Nancy Archer versus Redosaurus.
So I guess this is compensation for Ultimate
Harley
Ditto
winning-
because he got
winning time.
got the shit kicked out of him by Joe.
Yeah, I guess so.
I actually would have given that to Jay versus Craw versus Zarkor, I think it was.
Yeah.
I would have given it to
Yeah,
that.
Well,
I mean that's
fortunately-
a good one. Yeah,
Right.
That was a good
Fortunately
one.
for you, best story in a KWCE actually goes to match for Common Rider J versus Zarkor versus Craw. So
Good.
which is still
Should have been match 9.
I think there's a pattern here. It's like only like 1/3 of these matches actually won.
Oh, right.
Well, I think that some matches stood out more than others. Like I don't. Yeah, and
Yeah.
I also make note that out of the bunch, there's going to be a few that shine out because, for instance, like number 2 with Gigan and versus the Jaeger, it's like
Gypsy
versus
Danger.
Gypsy Danger. That match wasn't anything special, and even if like the KWC, like we had a ton of matches which weren't even made note of, even like on that list. Like there were definitely there were like out of the 26-7 matches that we had in 2017, probably a solid 8 were like stood out compared to all the rest. And that's not to say that that doesn't say that the others were bad. It's just they had something either unique, or they did something different, or they had monsters that people liked,
or
that
it was just well made.
Yeah,
Remember,
or they were
Greyshot,
well made.
according to your code, it's our win.
And I will cap it off with best parody match, the KWCE, being match number 069, Lord Shrek versus a lot of monsters. I will make note. It was a very close run between this and Redman versus Team Creepypasta. That one was like 1 point.
Yep.
I would even argue that Comic-Gaton was in the running. How many votes did it have at the end?
That one only had like
I think it had 2 or 3.
Lord Shrek versus Agent Comic-Gaton, Dawn of Shrekness, I think had the least amount of votes. Like, it wasn't coming anywhere close to the first two. First two actually got a lot of votes in the parody match department, so.
Anyway, my reaction is in this video on my victory.
Know which one.
Perfect.
Half in
Which
the
part?
bag.
Just click on it, the code,
this for you.
reactions in it. Watch it for 10 seconds.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that seems about right.
Oh God.
But with that said, that has been it for the KWCE for the year. And hopefully this has actually taught me a couple things, and I appreciate the feedback. So it's like most creative original KWCE will be a thing for next year, and best parody writer I think is another really good addition to throw in there too. So.
Another fine addition to our collection.
Yes.
Remember, kids, I said our, not mine.
But with that said, anyway, I think that will be about it for the KWCE. And with all that said, we can now officially jump onto the game Greyshot had in mind.
Yes. Whose battle is it anyway?
Yes.
Has everyone? For those that don't know this game, we take lines from KWC matches, and we see, can you name which match they come from? Some of them are fights, some of them are battles, some of them are dialogue. But
some of them are love scenes.
Yes.
I thought it was tasteful.
But you have to know which match it comes from.
Where the fights are made up and the points don't matter.
Well, yes, but there is a winner. So whoever has the most votes, or the person that doesn't have a tie after like 3 or 4 rounds, wins. So let's get into this battle, shall we?
I just realized what happens if 2 matches go against each other when there's more than one with the same kaiju in it?
Well, you have to choose the match. Oh. So yeah, you have to know which match it is, because that I will try to trick you. I'm not going to be
he's definitely
kind God.
Right. Yeah, Alex has definitely tripped us up. So.
What if no one gets the answer right?
Then you're all idiots. And I win.
And you win.
You win. I disagree with this.
Don't you mean we win?
Yeah, we win.
I mean, really
I
stressing.
refuse to let Greyshot have a tasteful victory.
Well, here.
Fine.
Let's start out with the first one, which is
Right. And the same basic thing will go. I read what's up there, and then everyone tries to take guess. That way, the listener has some context of what we're reading. So
Remember, guys, Greyshot didn't come up with this game. It's our idea.
Yeah. It's the people's idea. Not the state's idea.
Okay, let's start. This should be an easy one, so let's start it out. And basically,
Match 1.
Kaiju X, and for those that don't know the structure, Kaiju X reads it. You might have to be quiet, and I'm going to go from top to bottom. So I'll give you a second to think about it. Then I'll ask. You have to give me your answer immediately. And
Match 94, Hedorah versus Gamera.
Hold on, let me change it.
You win, Alex.
all right. Anyway, let's begin. Mercilessly assaulted, painfully murdered. Everything Monster X planned on accomplishing backfired. When he trashed his territory, he trashed his body.
Okay. Now, give you a second to think about it in regards to the line. Keep notes of, again, the monsters, and you are allowed to look at the list. You are not allowed to open up. So this is,
Right. So
scout honor and all that. But Zerb, what's your number?
Don't you mean our honor?
Yes.
Well, I don't think it's Monster X versus King Caesar, but I'm trying to think of what other matches.
You can pull up a list of all the kaiju
you
matches
can look
and look
at
at which ones he's been in. That's fine. You just can't look in the match
You just
itself.
can't look into the match.
Yeah, because the dialogue is pulled from the match, therefore you could accidentally, because they are from different points. So it might be at the beginning, it might be at the end, but so depending on, just in case you spot it, I'm asking Scout Honor, don't open up the match, but you can look at which matches he's been in.
All right, let me find.
Well, here, I'll start at the bottom then and go up. GVJ, your vote.
I'm still thinking. Hold on.
Yeah, you gotta give us time.
Yeah. It's not like we're mind readers or anything. It's not like we have really
we
great
know,
memories.
We don't know all these matches by heart.
I think I know what this one is.
I know what it is.
Well, Joe, why don't...
Yeah, Joe, you start us off. We'll go Kaiju X and then we'll go hit Deserve last.
Okay.
So GVJ, your vote.
I still don't know. I'm still thinking.
You mean GVC?
GVC,
Go
sorry.
start it, Greyshot.
Go start it.
It's Monster X versus Iris.
Okay. Match, that would be
Match
match 194. Kaiju X.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was about to say Monster X versus Iris as well.
Okay. Harley.
I'm actually going to say match 175. Godzilla and Ghidorah Sonora Dan vs. Monster.
Hold up. I'm still trying to find one.
I'm still thinking.
Okay, I'm ready.
5 seconds.
Greyshot, I'm ready. I'll go instead.
I guess
194.
No.
I'm going to trust my peers.
Okay.
I'm gonna trust Harley.
Okay, Harley. So, wait, Deserve is going with
175.
175, and we have 190. Okay. Nagoda, do you choose?
I'll also go with Harley with 175.
Harley, if you get this wrong, I'm gonna be very disappointed.
It's completely
So,
split.
it's the battle of Joe versus Harley. Who will win? Who will reign supreme?
I mean, you know.
I
I
do.
trust Joe.
And we have a King Conqueror Joe. All hail.
Yeah.
Fair play, though. Fair play, though, Joe. Fair play.
It
Fair
is
play.
match 194. Monster X versus Iris. For
Fair
actually.
game.
Yes.
Our victory.
Our victory.
So,
Okay, guys, this is our loss.
So do you guys get visitation rights on your victory?
Yeah.
Well, no. This is only round one. We still have a tie, so we need to move on.
Right,
So,
it's a tie
next
between
up.
me, Alex, and Joe because we got it right.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, we have this one. Another relatively easy one.
All right.
Oh, I know what this one is.
With victory achieved, Ultraman looked
Oh,
over
I think
the-
I know this one.
Ultraman
Okay.
looked over the landscape
I got
of
it.
London and the beheaded body of the dead kaiju. Sensing his time to be at its end, he looked up to the sky and took flight. Then, as to inform humanity of their continued protection, a familiar phrase echoed from the heavens. Swatch!
Swatch!
Okay, I know this one. You could go with me first.
Okay, Deserve, what's your choice?
Hey, Greyshot, I said you could...
Wait a minute.
Yeah, let GBJ go first. I'm gonna.
Yeah, I
think
know what it is.
I'll go bottom up. GVJ, you go.
163. Baragon Showa versus Ultraman.
Okay. Nagoda.
63.
Kaiju. Oh, sorry, Harley.
163. Baragon versus Ultraman.
Kaiju X.
163, Baragon versus Ultraman.
Joe.
Baragon versus Ultraman.
And Deserve.
Aragon versus Ultraman.
That's a very unique choice there, Deserve.
For some reason, I was thinking
I
Monster
thought you
X.
said Aragon.
I say Baragon versus Monster X.
But you're all right. It is Baragon Showa versus Ultraman.
It was the
It's-
London setting. It's London.
It's our
Yeah.
win.
That's what that was.
Our win.
Everyone might have
Not
won
yours.
this. Everyone might have won this
London
round, but
did
it's
it.
still ultimately a draw between me, Alex, and Joe. So
Yes.
Mhm.
So next up we have wait.
Get it?
Stink blasted. I put in
Okay,
the
this one.
Yeah, I put in the random letters and whatnot for like just to simply break it up, so that way it doesn't merge with the previous
Cool.
post. So Stink
Here we go.
blasted. Oh, okay. Ooh, this should be interesting. All
I
right.
don't know if I approve of your language, Kaiju X.
All right. Shh.
Oh,
Guanabara Bay. Once a near-legend paradise, now laid filled with pollution. The poor residents hated the filth others dumped near their shores, but one day it began to disappear from the bay. Some cheered, others saw it as a sign of positive things to come. But as more of the trash disappeared under the waves, the citizens of the city ignored the fishermen who claimed to see a giant beast moving under the layer of rubbish. Their claims fell on deaf ears until the final bits of pollution dissipated and the beast decided to reveal itself.
So,
I got this one.
which
I know
match
this
I
one.
know
this
it.
belong to? GVJ.
I don't know. Leave me alone.
You know, I'm gonna pick someone, and you're gonna have to give me an answer at that point.
Well,
but
screw
here-
you, Greyshot.
I'll go.
Okay, so we'll start with Harley this time. Harley, what's your vote?
Match 83: King Kong versus Zilla versus Ebra versus Hedera.
Ooh, okay. We have got 83. Kaiju X.
I think it's match 166, Baggin versus Hedera.
Baggin versus Hedera. Okay,
No,
then.
wait. Never mind. I'll just run with
G-
that.
GVZ. GVZ.
Dagara versus Rodan.
Oh.
Okay. Match one. Yeah, 161. God Emperor Gabara. You have 3 choices so far, or do you wish to input another?
I'm gonna want to say Rodian versus Degarla.
Okay.
Did you say
Degarla?
Garla?
Who's Degarla?
Whatever, I've heard it pronounced it that way.
Yeah, I honestly. agree.
That's true. Nobody gives a shit about Degarla.
Uh,
He's just
Even
the lame
Monster
version of
Planet.
Hedora.
Ow.
Nagoda, your vote?
I have a feeling it's a Degarra match.
189.
Hmm.
Gamera Hesse versus Degarla. Very nice. And
Very cool.
GVJ, what's your choice?
I want to say it's a Hedora match, but I know you're fucking with us, so it's a Dagara match. I know that much, so I'm gonna go out on a limb and say 161.
161. Okay. Well, in that case, then I want to congratulate the winners on this one, Joe and Alex. Yes, I always said Jake. I don't know why I said Jake.
I win.
It is match
No,
161.
Rangers are-
Rodan versus
win.
Dagara.
Hey, I said Rodian versus Degarla.
Yeah. God Emperor Gabra said Rodan versus Dagara too. So,
This is true. But
But-
should I...
Woohoo.
but I believe
No points, regardless.
Right.
No
Uh,
points.
Yeah, for you.
right, then I'm going to
Alex and
ban
Joe
you.
should be tied. Alex and Joe are tied. So, damn it! That pollution thing threw me off. I forgot about Dagara. Dang it!
Oh,
How
well,
did you forget? He eats.
I
everything.
knew Greyshot was screwing with us.
Oh, right. Yeah,
I was
that's
banking on
Yeah.
the fact he was gonna bank on the fact that he knew we'd think he was screwing with us and actually go with Hedora.
Oh, right. That got me. I was like, then I remembered that the last second that Baggin versus Hedera took place in Hong Kong, not either Hong Kong or Shanghai, but not Guanabara Bay. I was like, wait, what was I?
did you say Iguanodon Bay?
No, Iguanodon Bay.
Iguanodon
yes.
Bay?
Yeah.
Where can I go to this magic place?
Yes.
All right, I think we can
It's
go.
a magical place
Fun
with
fact,
all the
that's-
Iguanodons you could need.
All right, but with
Fun
that
fact,
said, we can go one
that's
more.
that's where it was created, with the Iguanodons creating that lake they were strolling down to.
Iguanodon Bay.
All right, but yeah, with that said, Yeah, let's try
So,
one more round to see if we can.
Yeah,
break
right now
this.
there's a tie with Nagoda and.
No, with Alex and Joe.
Or sorry, it's a tie between Joe and Alex. With Deserve and Kaiju X in second.
Yes.
But let's see if they can break this tie. Let's see. I used this one. So.
All right, everyone, quiet down. That sounds so much like the freaking Monster Island.
Here we go. Got it.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. One of the crew members, a little drunk on sake, stepped outside on the deck for a cigarette. He took a deep drag and exhaled as he looked up to admire the moon's gleaming light that was beaming down on his face. He blew a sigh of relief, for he was now on his way back home to his wife and children, whom he hated being away from. Suddenly, he heard a loud shriek coming from the distance. He quickly turned around to see a large figure, shrouded by fog, slowly approaching the ship. "Frankenstein!" the man shouted as he quickly ran back into the ship to warn the rest of the crew. But it wasn't Frankenstein. It was a creature far worse. It was the Green Gargantua, Gyra.
Okay, I know this one.
Or how Greyshot says it, Gyra.
I was gonna say, you know, Gyra.
Alright, I'll go first.
Okay.
Okay. I would say Gyra versus Ibira, but here's the theme, though. It's not really old matches. You're doing more new ones.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm going to say match 152, Gyra versus Manda.
Okay. You got 152. Nagoda, what's your choice? Is this
Gyra,
152?
Gyra versus Zebra, because there was something that I remembered about this match that I will never forget, because, yeah.
You found it very tasteful?
No,
He
not
found
that.
the fan art.
Didn't we read the fan? Did we?
Okay.
Yeah, we read it for the committee. We read, which match was that? 75, I think?
70, yeah.
Yeah, 75.
Gyara, 75 Gyara versus Zebra.
Yeah,
What was that?
so-
What do you call him?
Gyara, that's the name I'm
Gyra.
sticking to it.
Greyshot,
Ew.
communism is affecting your brain again.
Listen.
All right. Let's see. Did Nagoda vote yet? Oh, yeah, that's right. He went with 75. Harley.
I'll go with 146. Zilla and Judge versus Gyra versus Gauss. Don't
That
you
is
fucking
a-
laugh at me, Nagoda.
Very nice choice. Kaiju X.
Apparently people say I'm doing good with my shopping voice, according to
I'm-
one poster in the comments.
I'm going to
Yeah.
say 152, Gyra Showa versus Manda Millennium.
Okay. Now here's the real question. Here's the question everyone wants to know. Joe, what are you choosing?
I'm gonna have to go with Zola and Jet Jaguar versus Gals versus Gyra.
Oh.
Okay.
And last but not least, Deserve.
I'm going to go with Gyra versus Manda.
Thanks for backing me up, Joe.
Well, I would like to congratulate the winners on this one. Deserve and Alex.
God damn it,
I
Joe!
win the whole thing. There's my reaction yet
Which
again.
which means
You let
Alex
me
is the
down,
overall
Joe,
winner.
son of a bitch.
Oh, no.
Gosh darn it.
We have a bonus
Hold
round.
it.
Oh,
No,
We have
Greyshot, I win. I
No,
win.
no,
I
we've got-
win.
We have a bonus round. We
All
have
right.
one final bonus round.
I still won, though.
All right. Let's see what the
You have
bonus
to-
has to offer.
You guys have now. Here's the thing. I wish you the best of luck with this one. It's the least text out of them all, but whoever guesses this right gets 2 points, so you can tie or solidify your lead. Go.
Okay. Destroya fell from the sky in ruin. Its body limp, broken, and bloody. Wings missing, face mangled, and horns stuffed down its very throat. Its gurgling carcass slammed hard with a bolt of lightning.
Now, also, because this is the bonus round, you guys have to send me the message.
Send me
what?
the message. You mean the
Yes.
answer?
Yes,
Oh.
send me the answer, and whoever gets it right wins.
Okay, so
I
I'll
will-
send
I
you
don't say out loud.
send
won't
you personally it, or
Yes. So everyone send me a message right now. You have 20 seconds. Go. Do 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 do. This is copyrighted, so this video is going to be taken down now. Do, do,
Damn it! Damn it! Damn
dun,
it!
dun,
And
dun.
it.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
Hold on. Still trying to get mine in. One.
There. I think I said
Stands.
one.
9, 8, 7, 6.
Wait, hold on, Greyshot. I'm typing mine in. I have to
Five.
put you on my contacts.
4,
I guess.
3, 2, 1. And that will be the voting.
Darn it! I think I know what it is, but I sent you the wrong answer.
Gosh darn it.
Let's
Just
see.
type the message really quick. He'll never know.
Now I'm going to read your answers, and starting with the person I received first off, which is Nagoda, which is Destroyer versus Bagan. Next up,
Yes.
we have GVZ with Giant Condor versus everyone. We now have Deserve with Bagan versus everyone Fallout. We have Harley with Match 34, Space Godzilla versus Destroyer versus Dagar versus Orga. Classic. Then we have Match 2, which is
Iris versus Destroyer.
Wait, what was that one?
Oh, right, Iris versus Destroyer. And then, last but not least, we have Match 2, Iris versus Destroyer. And the winner is of, wait a minute, hold on.
Gosh darn it.
And the winner of this game show with 5 points is GBZ.
Oh!
Wait, what was the answer?
Giant Condor
Giant Condor versus
Wait, wait.
everyone.
Wait, we can use. Wait, what? April Fool's matches are applied?
That's why it has a bonus
You
match.
know what? I'm gonna agree. I'm gonna call shenanigans on
Yeah,
that.
that is bullshit.
Yeah,
You didn't say
That's not
anything about
right.
April Fool's matches.
I
Yeah.
said, did I say they couldn't be entered?
We can't even
you
read
didn't
them
say
though.
anything
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah,
We
you
can't
can.
even look at.
You.
Yeah,
How
nobody
are we
knew.
supposed to find them?
Hey,
I believe
GBZ
they fall
knew.
under article blogs.
Yeah,
I
that
knew.
is.
I
that
think
is
you
bullshit.
cheated. I think you helped him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think you
honestly,
cheated. How was anyone supposed to get that?
How was anyone supposed to get that? I didn't even know. I didn't even know that was an actual match.
Yeah.
Speaking of, do you think we should probably... Actually, speaking of April Fool's matches, now that I think about
First
it...
episode, there's already controversy.
Second
Right.
episode.
Who
no,
cares?
actually,
How do you expect us to get to the third episode? We need a bit of controversy.
yeah, of course.
Controversy, my foot. I want a fair and clean fight.
Yeah, that is unfair.
Let's get it on.
Yeah, it's a little unfair. Yeah.
Actually,
No,
speaking
that-
of,
yeah,
actually,
that is
hang
bullshit.
on. This actually brings into a rather...
Not fair.
This actually brings
Let's
into...
impeach Greyshot.
Yeah. Let's get rid of him. It's the communism affecting.
Right.
And he's trying to buy Joe off with it.
Wait, hang
I
on.
will admit, I got Joe's, and that's why immediately when I said you can't discuss it, because I didn't want someone to say I didn't want someone to say match 148 and be like, wait, what? Like, so I want. That's why that should have been the first clue that this was off. First off, that I didn't want you guys to say it.
Oh, we just assumed that it was just. You didn't want us to get any ideas after we said it after so many times.
obviously.
Hmm.
Obviously, I forgot that we had to read the parody matches because apparently Greyshot thought, hey, that's a fun idea.
Yeah.
Let's be really unfair about it.
Yeah, here's the thing. You said scroll down, so on the list of matches, we could do that. There's nothing about an April Fool's matches. That's
this
kind of
is-
unfair.
This is true.
Right.
So
With that
Hell,
said,
I would
with
be even
that-
saying the same thing if I won that round.
Right. With that said, this actually does bring in... interestingly enough, this does segue into something I actually have been wanting to bring up. How would you
and that probably would have gone over better.
Right. But I mean,
Yeah, if you said April Fool's matches are included, then yeah, I think we'd be fine with that. But
all right, there was no clear indication of April Fool's matches were allowed, but now that we know that they are, we'll keep that.
To be
in
fair,
mind.
Dave always been-
not telling someone about the rules is just as bad as lying to them.
Yeah.
You know that,
Fair.
right?
again, here's the main
Yeah.
problem. You said we could look down the list of what the KWC matches, their titles are, but either of the two
Right.
April Fool matches are listed. So
Three
They
you're
are
gonna
not
get
listed
those.
on there. I can guarantee you that.
I did say you could. I didn't say you had to. And technically, I guarantee GVZ did not have to give me the answer.
I don't care if he had to look to give you the answer. That's not the point.
Point is, they're not even listed. So,
Right.
and here's the
hang
thing:
on,
none of
hang
us
on.
expected that.
Right.
Quick question: who actually knew where the parody matches for the actual KWC were before right now?
I think Greyshot told GVZ the answer.
I did no such thing.
And here's the thing: it's going to take you a while to navigate through TK to find the two April Fool's matches.
3.
Well, I don't actually. Yeah, it just says April Fools. You have to really look for it.
Right.
Yeah.
With that said, this actually has been a thing I want to bring up. How would you guys feel if we created a minor extra section for the April Fool's matches? Like, have them visible in the KWC section, like update the KWC section so that way they're at the way bottom of the KWC, and then you'll see the April Fool's matches that we've posted over the years.
Yeah,
I'd be
I think
alright
that's a
with
fair
that.
idea.
That's a fair idea. Yeah.
Yeah, that way we would avoid something like this in the future.
Right.
Something-
And it gives, in
I
my
like
opinion,
the idea
it
of me
also
messaging
gives...
Anthony. Hey, can you add the April Fool's Day matches for this fake game show we have on a podcast?
Well, it's not just for the fake game show, but I think it's also important to keep I guess you could say historical notes for.
Yeah, just say they're
KWC
parody
April Fool's.
matches.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
I think people would be okay with that.
Right.
Yeah.
Like April Fool's parody matches. Like I think
Yeah, so-
because those do. Bring
So they would be
in-
easier to find.
For one, it would make them easier to find, and two, I think it would be nice to see the various joke matches we've made over the years. Yeah, granted they're not as frequent, but at the very least we have 3, and I feel like that can warrant at least a small little section of its own.
Okay.
Honestly, if it wasn't for the
Yeah.
fact it was Destroyer, I really would have expected Greyshot to use Match 0 as the one.
Well, I wanted to do a little. Okay, how about this? I'll do one. I can do one. We'll redo the final rounds because notes,
Thank you.
and we will. We'll redo it.
All right.
All right,
We'll
so
redo
Alex
it.
is back in the lead.
Yes, Alex is back in the lead with 4.
Sorry,
Push
Joe.
it.
I can't let this slide though.
But okay, but we'll do the same format, which is you have to message me the answer,
Gotcha.
which is I'm now posting it, and Kaiju X, you read.
Gotcha. As I was saying, in that container was a dormant biospecimen that I abandoned after my failure with the Chameleon Project. Its usefulness became clear after I set my plan to action, so I'll be fusing it with the crystal's molecular structure. At that moment, the container shined an eerie purple, revealing the skinny creature. The proto-monster gradually began to change as the machine spliced its body with the structure of the crystal. Its claws grew, its tail formed spikes, and its back developed rows of crystal spikes like a porcupine. An arrogant smile formed on Cameron's face. I would like to introduce to you my newest pawn, Crystalak.
Okay. So send me your answers now.
Do I have to?
Best of luck.
Did I send it too early?
No, you're good. You guys send them all. I will admit Nagoda was like that. He sent it to me in a second. Not saying he's right. I'm just saying he had the moment it started writing, it was bink. Okay,
Oh.
so I got, and I'll wait for everyone to submit something.
Okay.
So
Okay, I'm about ready.
okay, I think I'm just missing architect and I think and Nagoda. Easy one. Okay, got them all. So, we have Nagoda with Crystalak versus Rodan. We have Kaiju X, Crystalak versus Rodan. We have Architect, Match 184, Zone Fighter versus Legion. We have Harley, Match 200. No way in hell am I trying to type that up myself. I don't remember that one in the KWC, but I'll believe you. We have Deserve with Crystalak versus Rodan, and we have GVZ with Zone Fighter versus Legion.
All of you are dum-dums except for Joe.
Yeah. Joe and Alex got it. It is 184. So, as much as Joe has tried, the winner of this is Alex.
I'll say this. It's
very
our
tasteful.
victory. It's our victory.
Thank you. Thank
Joe
you,
and I won.
Alex.
That was one off.
That is because that was actually my match, and Crystalak was teased.
I know
That's
it was
right,
your match.
that's
I knew it was
right.
one of your matches.
Here's the thing. I knew Greyshot typically sets things up before the next match. I knew it wasn't Rodan versus Crystalak.
Right, that's right.
See,
And I
know
remembered it was Legion versus Zone Fighter before Crystalak versus Rodan, and I figured that it had to introduce Crystalak in there at the very end.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah,
you're right,
Crystalak
you're right.
was already made when Crystalak was already made in match 198.
See, I knew it was a Greyshot match because Greyshot's literally the only person that uses the Zilla people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, there was this one guy named Tom that did it too.
Right.
Oh, yeah, like that's the person to look up to.
We try to protect that.
Yeah, I'm trying to forget.
I mean, like you're the only one. I mean, like you're the only one that's ever used Cameron.
Yeah.
Well, there's that other guy called Hayes A. Jones. He used,
Yeah, but he hasn't
he
done a
used
match
them
in a long
once.
time.
Yeah.
It's okay, Joe. Shh. It's okay. Shh.
We'll put him out of his misery.
All Yeller style.
Joe, I'm gonna take you behind the shed.
No,
Well,
we're taking
fuck,
Greyshot
dude.
behind we're taking Greyshot behind our shed.
Okay.
Hey, if there's anyone that
We're taking Greyshot behind the Applebee's.
while Alex may have won the game, MVP I will say goes to Joe because he technically got the first bonus round question. So
Before I had to
MVP.
That's why I said me and Joe won.
yeah,
It's our victory.
yeah, not because
Our
of communists.
victory.
I don't like this
Both
game
because of
anymore.
communism
Let's play something
and
else.
Hey, you guys want to play
unfair
Secret
vote.
Hitler?
Yes. I do,
Yeah,
actually.
But
Yeah.
with that said, this has been with all that said, this has been the most recent KWCC, and we will see you guys all next time.